everyone, my name is Lynn, aka Felix, and today I'll be reviewing my extended silicone tail from Sikiredfins. Little disclaimer like always, this video is not sponsored by Sikiredfins, and what I'm going to say about the tail is 100% my opinion. So how did I get this tail in the first place? I met him at Toady, at Mermaids better said, one year, and I asked him whether I could try out one of his silicone tails, which was human fish, and which is now in my possession. I just fell in love with it. I just really was like amazed on how comfortable I was in it and how amazing it felt, and I was lucky to be able to try his other extended tail that he came with, and that just sold the deal. I was like, you know what, I have to get an extended silicone tail, and that's what I did. We kept in touch, and one day I just wrote to him, you know what, I really want a tail, do you think you could make me one? And then we started talking about what I exactly wanted, so I sent him reference pictures of like a koi fish, but when I was researching it, I was actually looking for a goldfish with black spots, and so I sent it to him, and he then sent me this drawing. I just loved it. So I chose what type of fluke I wanted, and I chose that I wanted a dorsal and two sets of big fins and one set of little fins, and a set of waist fins, and I just was sold on the idea once I saw the drawing, and that's how it all started. After paying for a tail, I then sent him a duct tape dummy of my legs, which would, you know, help him make the tail on my exact measurements, and now it fits like a glove. I personally then chose to go and pick it up myself in the UK, and here we have some footage of my first swim in it, and I just loved it. But you can always ask him to ship it to you. You don't have to go and pick it up yourself if you don't want to. I want you to realize how gorgeous and how detailed those tails are, and for that, let's take a closer look. Here we have a side view from the whole tail, and just by that, it already looks amazing and very fish-like. But if you were to look even closer, for example at the fluke, at the dorsal and the side fins, you could just see how detailed everything is. Also, little side note, but did you know that Siki actually hand sculpted each and every scale? I personally think that's impressive. This tail has one feature though that is kind of hidden until it hits the sunlight, which means that it may look one color right now, but when the sun hits it, the fluke, the scale, the dorsal, the fins, everything will then just change color, which will give it an even more real fish-like effect underwater. All in all together, I would say look-wise, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because I really like the way that it turned out, and it's really close to the drawing that he sent me and the request that I made. Comfort-wise, I would also give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my tail is an extended monofinless silicone tail, and a lot of people are worried, you know, when they're monofinless, that they will be quite heavy in water. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm dragging something with me. And also the foot pockets, because they are made on my foot measurements, are perfect. They are like really comfortable. My foot is well kept inside of the monofin, but it's not kept too much inside of the monofin, so that if I were to do a quick escape out of the tail, that I would be stuck in the tail. I am still able of, you know, quickly releasing my foot out of the foot pocket and still being able to swim with it without my feet flying out of the foot pocket. This tail is quite heavy. I know silicone tails are heavy in general, they're around 12 to 14 kilos, but this one is particularly heavy. This is more or less 16 kilos out of water, and therefore I only recommend those kind of tails to either advanced freedivers or advanced mermaids. One of the common questions that I do get with those tails though is propulsion wise, like because there is no monofin and they are extended, how do I swim? Like, how does it feel to swim with it? So if you were to compare each fluke model with a monofin, I would say that the Mahina would be the closest to the Neptune, so floppy but still gives you a decent amount of propulsion, but is still quite floppy and therefore will be better for tricks. Or we have the trident, which is the one that human fish has, and that is a little bit of a stiffer kind of fluke, and that is easily compared to the linden monofin. Even though it's a little bit a stiffer monofin, like the linden, it gives you a lot of propulsion, and it also is quite good for tricks and for other things. It just depends if you want more propulsion, therefore speed, or if you want a little bit more like the Mahina effect, which is more floppy and therefore it's more like pretty to look at. That's the only thing that really changes. Okay, so my camera died on me, so the last part will be just me talking while I'm swimming in either beast or human fish. So all in all, I really like those tails. I really like both of them. They are really comfortable, they look amazing, and honestly they are my go-to silicone tails, if not even my go-to tails at all. They are very heavy though, so I would recommend looking a suitcase to travel with them, and I would not carry them on your back for a long period of time. If you have any other question about those tails, please make sure to either write them in the comment section below or just DM them to me on Instagram. Also, if you would like to purchase yourself one of those gorgeous tails from Sikiredfins, his Instagram will also be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you to either make the decision whether or not you wanted to purchase one of his tails, or that it at least answered the questions that you had regarding his extended monofinless silicone tails. If you liked this video at any given point, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. But in the meantime, I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!